Positive energy.
No. Good hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm getting you.
That's how like if we don't know what time of day it is,
Then you just say
say like
hello,
good
hello.
hello, not like good morning or good afternoon. It's just like
Oh,
good hello.
is that like Shakespearean or
I
something?
don't know what it is quite yet,
You
but
created
we're
it.
creating it.
Okay.
Yes,
Love your
it's gonna
vocabulary.
be a new movement. I'm telling you,
Love it.
it's
It's gonna
taking over the
trend.
world. Taking over
Hashtag
the world.
good hello.
Good hello. Yes, for any time of day. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I always like to. Oh wait, that was rude of me. I'm fine too.
That's good.
Hella fine
That's
actually.
good. Okay.
But anyway, what I was gonna say is I like to start out my interviews the same way by asking, "Do you know why you're here?"
No, I don't.
Why does nobody know why they're
I
here?
actually thought that I was going to be sold to like an Arab,
Oh yeah.
a highest bidder,
Wow, you
like
may
an
be
Abdullah or
trafficked.
an Ishmael or something.
There we go. Great. No, that's not what we're doing today.
Okay.
Anyway,
Today.
no, yeah, maybe next time.
Okay.
You might get lucky next time. We don't know yet.
Wow.
Okay. But for now, what we are saying is, what are we saying?
What are we saying?
Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Sozini. I am a law student and amateur musician.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Beautiful. You have mentioned that you are interested in music.
Yes, sir.
I always like to explore musicians and the relationship between their music and their person and their emotions and their being. Can you word that for us?
I see music as my partner.
Mm-hmm.
It guides and protects me.
Mm-hmm.
It holds my hand and it has a healing effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of the closest thing that I'll ever have to grounding myself on planet Earth,
Mm-hmm.
besides my interactions with humans.
There we go.
It keeps me sane.
Ah, there we go. You mentioned something of interest to me, the fact that music protects you. Can you like go a bit in depth into that?
Well, in psychology, they have this saying, I still forgot the name,
Mm-hmm.
but it's where you experience something from an external source
Mm-hmm.
without really having experienced that very thing
Mm-hmm.
or event. And with music, I think I've experienced a lot of worldly traumas and events without actually having gone through them.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of protects me from actually having to go through that because I've experienced it from someone else's perspective or view.
Got you. That is a beautiful concept
Thank you.
to say. But let's see. What is your earliest memory of music having an impact on your life?
Sheesh. I think I was probably 4.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom always used to play like Whitney Houston in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she played this specific song, I Will Always Love You.
Mm-hmm.
And Whitney was like belting, but it was a live version, it wasn't a recorded version.
Okay.
And Whitney was belting the hell out of that song. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just mesmerized by how she did that and how it like created goosebumps. Because I know we all know that she was not in the living room,
Yeah.
right? But it felt like she was there.
Mm-hmm.
Her voice impacted me so much that I felt like I was there with her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my earliest memory.
Nice, nice, nice. Creatives and the negatives of creativity. How do you navigate that space?
The
There are all kinds of negatives
negatives.
of being a creative. Like there's how much more sensitive it requires you to be in order to be a creative,
Mm,
and the the tortured soul,
yeah.
typical artist sort of narrative that's out there. How much can you relate to that, and how much of how do you navigate that?
How much I relate to it? Well, there was a friend of mine who always said, in order to be a creative, you have to be vulnerable within your art, within your artwork, whether it's music or painting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the negative to that is everyone has different complexities and everyone is different. We all express our vulnerability in various ways. So if you're going to express your vulnerability in music, for example, you might express it in like rock and impact certain people in a certain way, and express it in R&B another day, and people think you're bipolar because you did rock yesterday and now you're doing R&B today.
Yeah.
So how it impacts me and how I navigate around it is I just try to find balance within everything. Because the same way that there's negativity, there is positivity, yin and yang. And with creativity, it's exactly that. You just have to create the balance, not necessarily find it. Don't think that it's going to be there. You have to make it for yourself.
Yeah.
So
That's really beautiful, beautifully worded. Actually, the whole concept of like vulnerability and um, how that is a necessary component of being creative.
mm,
That's well worded. How much of that is true for yourself? The vulnerability of it. How comfortable are you with the vulnerability of being creative?
I'm not comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
but I think music is more of a calling to me. The more I try to fight it, the more it finds me. And so I said it's my partner.
Gotcha.
It's like that toxic ex that just never wants to leave you. So um, I'm not a vulnerable person by nature, but when it comes to creation of music or just performance or just music in general, I find a softer side of myself that I express that I don't normally express with everyone else. Yeah.
Lucky guy, that one.
Lucky guy. Music, eh?
Lucky guy, that one. How much? How much of like the when I'm saying the negatives as well, I'm including like the lifestyle choices that are associated with being in music. You know, what's the saying? Drugs, sex, and alcohol.
Yeah.
Is that yes, like that end of being a creative. How do you navigate that? How much of that impacts your art and life and choices and all of that?
I'm a firm believer that in order to be a creative, you have to be unique. And I hate the connotation that comes with being a musician where people think it's either you are around drugs or you're around sex or all of the above or you're killing people or you're in a cult or part of the Illuminati. I hate that because if you're a creative, you understand that you don't have to form part of that negativity of having to take a substance in order to be creative.
Yeah.
You can be creative just by yourself.
Yeah.
Other people need substances, unfortunately for them or fortunately for them. But I think for myself, if I want to take the substance, I will. But I'm not dependent on it. If I want to be creative right now, I can. I have that power. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a nice way of expressing your creativity and it being dependent on you and not so much external factors and things
Yes.
like that. Um, you are a an artist.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I said amateur. I said amateur.
Okay, so what kind of work do you create? What sort of art do you make?
I'm a ghostwriter and a vocalist. I used to tap into script writing. I don't do that anymore though. Yeah, so now I'm just more on the musical side of just writing and helping people with the backing vocals and whatever. Yeah.
If someone was looking to find some of the work that you have done or are doing or interested in, where could they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Modern Aphrodite. Or they could find me on my email, somboy@gmail.com.
Let's get that spelling so that people know.
MSOMBUYA@gmail.com. I think we all know how to spell Gmail.
Gmail.com.
I think we all know how to spell Gmail.
But there's people like me in this world who don't know how to
GMAIL dot period COM.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you very much for that information. You have been a splendid guest, and we appreciate your energy.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we'll be seeing you soon.
Hopefully, I won't be sex trafficked.
Hey! Let's get to it.